Hello. Tuesday night, live from planetcontract.com. PLANIT contract.com. You go there, you sign up. You pay $25 an item, and it's yours forever. You put all the data in about the item. Tell the story so that in the future, when you leave it to somebody, it has a living will built in. And you can add that person's name, and it transfers directly over to them tax-free. This is kind of a big deal. You got to go on there and read about it and check it out. Anyway, PLANITCONTRACT. Behind me, that's Gnarly G. Gnarly G. I'm
Hi.
auto-enunciating correctly for the excuse me, for the CC reader.
Not Narla.
Not Narla. That's right.
Narla G.
Not Narla. That's his twin sister. Plays clarinet.
Do you remember on the
Narla?
was it the Beverly Hillbillies when Jethro played Jethreen?
Jethreen, yeah, that's right. And a Jethreen.
That's Narla.
Narla. I like Narla. Anyway, I'm get some things done today. It is Tuesday, November 11th, and I had to look at my phone because I've been in a daze the past couple days, easy. The weather's been crappy. It's been freezing cold outside. I mean, yesterday it was a high of 32 outside. And this is Atlanta, folks. In case you don't know, 32 degrees is like a no zone. We just stay inside here. Today was not much better. I think a high of like 46 or something like that. Anyway, I was outside for a few minutes, but it was too long. Feeling a little under the weather. Figured we'd do it a little late tonight. We're running a little late, but
9-ish.
9-ish is what we're doing Tuesday nights at 9. I gave the rest of the band the night off. Chris and I had a little breakup, so no drums for a while. I have to find a new drummer. If you're a drummer and you'd like to come play live on our show,
Maybe you guys can patch things up.
give us a call. I don't know his I had to send him some Vagisil to make sure that he could take care of everything because I don't know. I just don't know. It's a long story. I don't want to get into it.
I don't think we can make Vagisil jokes anymore either.
Can we not?
I don't think so.
Jeez.
I don't know, maybe. I hadn't heard one in a long time. I'm just
well,
making
there you
assumptions.
Go. Ba-dum, boom. There's my Vagisil joke of the week. Sponsored by Vagisil. Totally, man.
No way
Summer
it's Vagisil.
fresh, baby.
Vagisil is not going to sponsor you.
Oh,
no way.
It's possible. You never know.
No.
Okay, well, we're not really looking for that sponsors, but it's possible. You know, we're willing to Procter and Gamble. Who makes that product? That's a Massengill, I think. Is that who makes that? Yeah.
Next topic.
Yeah. Anyway, you know why I recommended that for you. The drummer needed that, and he has some problems. So we'll figure that out next week, maybe. Locke is out just because I told him, I don't know, bro. He's like, it's just going to be a late night start. I'm way behind. Again, audio. Hopefully it's working. We've tested it 3 or 4 times, which is why it's always late. Which is what we're going to get into tonight. A little bit of A and B. Trying to set all this project up has been a total nightmare, so I want you all to know that I'm doing all of this for you. I'm not having my studio here open to others. I even got a call tonight from my buddy Alan, which we'll talk about here in a minute. And Alan wants to come do the podcast. Not only that, Alan's buddy wants to come do the podcast. And
what do they want to do?
just tell stories and stuff of their crazy previous expedites of life and whatever they did previously. I don't know. They've got tons of thousands of stories. Um, anyway, interesting characters to talk to, I'm sure. And his buddy is like 7 hours away. So if he drives in, it's going to be. We're going to get him right on, and it's going to work out. You like that?
I'm gonna have like
Come here, bitchy.
reverby sounds of your cat meowing against the mic stand.
Tell him, Nicholas. Tell him, Nikita. It's Nikita. I always call you Nicholas. Tell him. That's right. Oh, she's just a little baby. Yes. Anyway, so we're going to get into a couple things. First and foremost, the Three Eye Atlas. We're going to talk about, we're going to make this quick. Got a little itinerary to go down. Okay, so there's a giant meteor thing headed this direction. And,
is it the one that's changing direction and color without any kind of physical type of, like, it's breaking laws of physics is what they say.
That's what it's doing. Yeah, so all these people who thought I was crazy when I was talking about UFOs and aliens, and I'm a little too close to the mic again.
I don't think that they're not out there. I just don't think they're flying around ATL.
They're definitely right over there, over the office. If you can see out that window, and you were to look this way and then up and to the left, up and to the left, up and to the left.
Up and to the left.
You would see the flying saucers, UAPs, aliens. I've got cryptids in the backyard. We're going down the rabbit hole.
You got Bigfoot in your backyard. Is what you're saying?
I've got some kind of
cryptid.
I showed you the pictures of it, right?
You have. Look, we got.
Doesn't it look like a werewolf cat?
I'm gonna tell you the same thing that I always tell you, not about the werewolf cat, but about the UFOs. Is you live near Air Force Base, or the places near Air Force Base.
This guy.
And it's a no-fly zone, right?
That's right.
So if things are flying around, they know about it. They're the ones flying them. It's not a they can't fly zone. It's a everyone else can't fly zone.
Here's the plot hole problem, folks.
Hit me.
The radar in a no-fly zone is a 500-foot max radar. So anything under 500 feet does not appear on radar. So there's a blanket or giant window between 0 feet and 500 where no radar.
Are you allowed to fly a drone here?
No radar.
Are you allowed to fly a drone here?
No, you can't. That's what
right.
I'm telling you.
You know why? Because they're flying drones here and they don't want you to hit them.
That's right. That's what they're doing. Those are drones.
Doesn't that make more sense? But yeah, your wolf cat? I don't know.
Yeah, she's conjuring them. That's why they're out there.
Probably so. She is.
She is
Going to them.
Going crazy tonight.
Get ready to make love to this power cord back here. I don't know what's going on.
I have this wild cat that's in heat allegedly, and
that is not alleged. That shit is factual. That is factual.
She's
that
totally in it. And
how long does it? How long does cat heat last? Because like I feel like this
like
cat is
2 or
really
3.
working it to the max. She's really heating it out. She's heating out for as long and as much as possible.
Tonight's apparently the moon and everything's drawing it out or something. I don't know. She's on display too, and it's weird too. It doesn't happen until someone comes over and she just loses her shit.
I smell like other cats.
It could be that's what it is, and she's trying to mark you or something. Well, meanwhile,
she not doing a very good job of it.
Meanwhile, Wii is never to be seen when someone comes over. She's like, "I'm out. I'll wait till they're gone."
You broke your E string, bro.
I know.
The fucking big one too.
I know. I have 72s on there.
That doesn't even make sense.
I
You're
know.
supposed to break that little skinny one, right?
I have it set up as dummy. It's supposed to be a drop A, and it's with 52s on it, so it's all
Drop A?
It's
It's like some baritone guitar or something.
basically right, and then a normal E string EADG set up from the bottom up.
Huh.
On 52s, but they're 10s. So and it's weird, man. I you know what? Here's a little question out there. If you're watching this, give a shit know about anything.
You want
Guitars
to
at
comment
all.
one day,
Yeah.
today or 10
Didn't they
years in
used
the
to
future.
sell? They used to sell 9s strings, guitar strings. So I swear I bought 9s, 8s and 9s before, and they're just maybe I gotta order them online. But every time I've gone to Guitar Center or any music store, they only have 10s. They all start at 10, and they're like 10's the smallest we have. I'm like, oh Jesus.
I don't think I would ever, and you know, Guitar Center. I hope they sponsor us because you go there and all this. But like, I would never go if I play guitar. I would never go to Guitar Center for guitar strings. I would order them online. Just like going to a store and trying to get reeds there, saxophone reeds. No way, man. They're always more expensive in the store, and I understand why that is. But at the same time, I don't want to pay more for them.
Which is why most guitar centers are closing, and you go in there and they're like, "But what are you selling?" They don't even know what they're selling anymore because musical gear like this doesn't exist anymore. They don't sell that stuff. They sell all the new like USB powered devices, so everything's a USB interface.
I mean, they still have nice keyboards out there.
They do have some
Yeah, they
decent
got some
keyboards.
Korgs and some
The keyboard room kind of stayed
Yamahas.
untouched, but all the other additional room, like they used to have turntables and stuff like that, and you know,
You go there to try out drums. You go there to, I mean, they got racks and racks of guitars and basses.
I buy used gear there all the time.
It is, yeah, and even I go there and buy stuff as a saxophonist.
The only
I
reason-
have been there for reeds, although I think they've phased them out, maybe. But I've gone in there for different stuff, like percussion instruments of various sorts and
Cables.
cables, knickknacks.
Always need cables. And
Oh,
knickknacks.
lights. I've definitely bought some lights at the old Guitar Center.
Yeah, they got a lot of used stuff there that isn't too bad, but I mean, again, you get into that realm of if you had $900 for this interface that's used, would you buy it used, or would you just spend $1,500 and buy a brand new one, and then you don't have to worry about this questionable warranty that you're going to get with it? So
What kind of warranty do they give you with it? 30 days, 60 days, 90 days?
Something like 30 days or something.
Yeah, I mean, if the thing doesn't, if you take it home and put it through all the tests and stuff, if it's still working after 30 days, unless you mess it up or something goes catastrophically wrong, which can happen with anything,
100%.
then it's probably good.
You're probably pretty good at that point, no doubt. But like, for example, the soundboard over here that I had to buy is a Soundcraft 8-channel, brand new, best I could get. It was $560.
What?
I bought it used on Amazon on the scroll down the bottom and it says select this and you can find used prices, and it was $286, and it was
Everything works on it?
everything.
I mean, it looks great.
They said it was used, but it still was in the plastic when it showed up. So, I mean, somebody must have opened it up and never used it. And what I think, or they opened it up and realized it was not a digital board,
Or someone used it, like they're speaking from experience. Maybe somebody's board crapped out, and then they went and got the board to play a gig on, and
they
then
never
took
used
it
it.
back.
Yeah.
Because they had another board somewhere else. It was just probably like an emergency situation.
Yeah, it could have been emergency backup, because the cord was still,
Yeah.
zip tied together. So, I imagine they never plugged it in, or open, because the box was open, the plastic was cut, and
it could have just came and been not what they're like. Oh, this than what I thought it was.
Or they ordered something else. Who knows? Anyway, long story short, I ended up getting it for
Wait.
$238. And it's a passive board, so it's not digital. But, I mean, that thing took a dump on me, the previous board. And that's why we had sound problems for the first 4 episodes I've been trying to film of this show, to the point where I was like, you know what? Brand new soundboard. Can't take a chance. Guess what? 2 brand new Megami cables. $85 each. Lifetime warranty. Gold in there. The best you can get audio cables. The cameras, the everything. It's been a task, just so you know. It's a lot, and we're adding more as we go, but we need your help. So like, follow, share, jump on board, come be part of the show. It's Thursday night, Tuesday night live.
Tuesday.
Yeah, whatever.
9ish.
9ish. We try and go on at 9 Tuesday.
My saxophone. Get the fuck out of here.
Good God, for real.
Oh, come here.
What is your deal, baby? She's wigging out. Anyway, so Tuesday nights at 9, minus the cats wigging out. You'll be here making. We'll be coming and making music normally. I have band set up. Here we have plenty of microphones, plenty of cables. I mean, I literally have 15 channels in now. So bring it. If you're a local musician, you have talent, stand-up comedy, tell a story, crazy, you're insane, you need mental help, we'll talk to you. Come be on the show. And I'm trying to have some awesome musical guest once a week. This week we have wondrous Gnarly G, and
I'm just a man with a saxophone.
just a man with a saxophone. He plays in multiple bands. And you want to give some plugs to some of your bands or your next show you're playing, possibly?
Oh,
He's the worst promoter.
I really am.
He's like, hey man, I'm playing a show tomorrow in Atlanta. I'm like, tomorrow?
It's usually worse than that. It's like, hey, I'm headed to play a show in Atlanta if you want to come see something.
Yeah, or day of.
Definitely day of.
We're trying to work on that though. I mean, some little bit of promotion.
Yeah, let me
We
tell
can
you
put some
who I've been
people
playing
ahead
with.
of. Oh, cool.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, go.
you did ask, right?
Yeah, hit it.
Oh, so I play in a band called Funk U. I've been playing with Funk U for 7 or 8 years now. We are a 8-piece progressive funk jam rock goodness band. I've been enjoying playing with Funk U. In my tenure in Funk U, we've had really 3 main singers. We had Gavin Hamilton when I first started, who's a great singer.
I like that guy.
Yeah, me too. And then we had Datrian Johnson, who's
I like him too.
also freaking dope. Super great singer, super good dude. And recently, a young lady named by the moniker of Frankie No Name has been singing for us, and she's great. I've been enjoying playing music with her. She's also easy to get along with, which is, I mean, the people in your band is way better if you just like get along with them.
Fucking drummers.
Yeah. I don't know. We do have a pretty good dynamic in the band now. I think everyone gets along well. So that's nice. I've definitely been in bands where there was tension before and just kind of sucks. So anyway, I've been playing saxophone, flute, and somewhat singing backup here and there for Funk U for a number of years. I started a band recently. We've only had a couple shows. I'm hoping to do some more in 2026 called Jamazonian with the bass player from Funk U, Mark Dykes, and various other people. And then recently, I also joined Brotherhood, a Doobie Brothers tribute band. One of their members has decided to step down, and they had tryouts for a singer for their Michael McDonald role. And so I went and I auditioned.
This guy. He got it.
I auditioned, and then I didn't hear from them for a while, and then they called back, and they were like, would you come and audition again? And I was just like, yeah, I will. You know, I was like, shit, do I really got to go and audition again? But I've always loved the Doobie Brothers, man. I mean, this is gonna sound weird.
Gnarly is just all right.
Yeah, Doobie Brothers, just all right with me. But like, even when I was a little kid, I remember their songs coming on the radio, and I always loved the Doobie Brothers. Like, what a great catalog of music. And so anyway, I went back and I auditioned again, and then again for like weeks and weeks and weeks, I did not hear anything from them. Quit trying to help my stuff. Stop it. Just chill. I'm gonna toss you again. Nikita, what? WTF? Come on.
Come over here.
Anyway, to finish my story, I went back, auditioned again. I didn't hear from him for a while again, and then one day,
She wants some of that saxophone. Come here, you. Come on.
but I got a call from one of the drummers, and he was like, "Gnarly, got some news for you." He's like, "Finally have some news for you," and he didn't sound very excited, so I was figuring it was bad news. But it turned out that he was like, "We'd like to ask you to join the Brotherhood," of which, you know, I, of course, made a bad joke about that name immediately. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna be the new. I'm, you know, it's not my job to sing exactly like Michael McDonald because that's pretty tall order anyway. But I am like filling a lot of that like space.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm playing saxophone
You could put
with
some.
him as well.
You got. Well, he's like tenor though, right? He's like high.
I think they call him a high baritone. I'm not really
I was
sure.
gonna say yeah, because he does have that baritone in him, but it's.
Yeah, so I'm doing a bunch of that stuff. But it's cool. Here's a little tidbit though that I thought was interesting is they play everything down a half step from
What?
everything's down a half step. The whole entire song,
Really?
every song except for one, which is down even further. But the songs are down a half step because, and this is their reasoning. First of all, the Doobie Brothers are in modern day. Also, I hadn't tested this, but I think it's true. They play everything down a half step as well, and it's because everyone's gotten older and your voice loses elasticity.
So it's slowed down.
It's not slowed down. The pitch is shifted down.
Okay.
A half step.
Okay.
So everything was just like would be like.
Gotcha.
It's just like a little bit less.
Right. So they don't have to strain so hard.
Yeah. And
Makes sense. Oh, is she back? Look who's back again. She loves that saxophone. She is horny for the saxophone.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
The ladies love the saxophone.
She
It's
loves
true.
the saxophone.
They love it.
It's all that blowing. There she comes again.
Don't do it.
Is everybody watching this? Can you see this
If
live?
we were at my house, I would have the
hilarious.
cat water. I have a squirt bottle that has a label on it that says cat water.
I got one.
Yeah. I really think that
I
having
just
like
haven't
little
had to use it because
having little-
normally she's not like so aggressive with
yeah.
musical instruments.
I really like I like having little water guns around, but it's hard to
Yeah.
find ones that are like truly watertight.
Yeah,
little
they
tiny
drip
ones.
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's why.
But
you
it's
gotta
great to have like 20 of those around your house, or you can always be like, wow.
I got yeah, 20 would be good. I got the little spray bottles.
Have
Dollar
little
store.
water gun holsters all over your house.
The
You know.
dollar store, they have like a little tiny thing on the bottom.
What's next on the list?
All right, we're moving down the line. Oh yeah, we were talking about the Three Eye Atlas, but we'll move on from that. There's
Move.
a giant comet thing coming, and water's coming out the back of it apparently today.
It's changing
Uh,
color and it's changing
well,
changing vector. And
it's changing color because water is coming out the back of it,
it's
which
changing
makes
water because somebody's got it wired up like the
no
lights
no no.
on the studio here.
So it makes no sense that water's coming out of it, okay? So it's so far away from the sun or any kind of heat purposed source that water should not be coming out of it. And when water comes out of it, it acts as a projectile. So it's emitting water and it's using water as a jet, basically.
Say water again.
Yeah, water. Anyway, so we'll move on from that. But we're back into full on AI next this week, and it's going to be a larger issue coming. I keep trying to tell everybody, but once again, I'll tell you this week has been a huge milestone. Uh, two things happened. One, Google just released its free I/O, so you can go use that. Gemini is excellent now, and comes with the free agent. And you can go to your Google Voice number and set up a free Google Voice number. If you have a Gmail, set up your free Google Voice number, and you'll have a second phone number attached to your email. And they give you a bunch of space to start you out with so that you can orchestrate everything into where it needs to go, and then you can add your agent after that. Now, that being said, we're moving on from the AI is going to destroy us in the next 3 to 5 months to.
Is it?
Well, I didn't tell you this. So
So you think I should like borrow a bunch of money from the bank and just party for the next 3 to 5 months because it doesn't matter?
Warrior, I think you should become a plumber.
Oh,
That's
can
a
I do
second
something
job.
else? Like plumber's really I don't get me wrong, man. I got
It's-
mad respect for plumbers.
You're gonna have
but
to come
I don't
work a
wanna do
day
that.
job with me at the spot next door.
Oh, they're definitely taking all. You know, they're gonna put like
you'll still
they're gonna make androids and give them saxophones, and it's gonna be all over.
you'll still need a physical sales rep to manage the job to get it completed because the robot can't manage the job yet.
No way, man.
No, I promise you, I already know. This is just, the robots are going to
No
be
way.
the first thing. The first thing the robot's going to do is shovel. Okay. Shovel robot. You never see. Yeah. Okay. Here's another thing. Have you watched the robots? Go online and type in robots on your YouTube and enjoy. Watch them do backflips and somersaults. And they just had this week a robot ran up the wall and did a backflip off the wall with a spinning twist in his body like it was nothing. Didn't miss a beat and landed on its feet and ran away. Ran away. It didn't just walk away. It didn't stumble. It ran away.
That's just physics. I'm not saying that I could program it.
This is the problem now, right?
All right. What's the
Okay, here's the problem. They skipped the shovel. There's nobody. No. At what point do I need it to run up the wall and do a backflip with the twist? I would never need it to do that. I just need it to shovel. Right? How come they haven't shown it shoveling? Now you'd imagine it can run up a wall and do a backflip, but it can't shovel. Wouldn't that be the first thing that you?
I'll tell you why, man.
How about you show it pushing a lawnmower?
Robot football.
No, dude, because the second they show it taking jobs from people is the second nobody wants to buy it.
Machine's been taking jobs from people for hundreds of years.
You're 100% correct, but the second they show one of those robots pushing a lawnmower, every Mexican's going to lose his job.
What?
Well, every guy who mows lawns. Sorry, that's kind of a racist thing to say, but I
Maybe not won't be on
all,
the podcast. saying
all
shit
hey
like
man,
that.
every guy who mows the lawns on my fucking block is Spanish, so just letting you know. Maybe they're not Mexican. They might be Venezuelan. Sorry, that was Spanish. Well, we'll just say Spanish.
Latin American.
Latin American lawnmower guys are gonna, and who's gonna suffer is not the lawnmower guy, right? Because he's gonna have those robots mowing his lawns. they're going to be out there mowing the lawns for him,
There's
right?
already
Or they're going to be
lawnmower
his helper
robots.
with the blower standing next to him, or they're going
There's
to be
already Roomba lawnmowers out there.
that's 100% correct. But I'm talking about the robots that are going to replace the workforce. They are $8,000 to $12,000. That's how much do you pay an employee a year to move a shovel? $36,000. Okay, how many robots could you buy for $10,000? How many robots could you buy for $36,000?
A number.
I mean, 20 robots maybe.
I forgot exactly what the number was. You said, what the range was. But if they're all like $2,000,
12,
then
10
you can
to,
buy
10 to 12,000 for the high end model. It'll do a backflip.
yeah. Why do you
Yeah.
need? You're not going to need the backflip
like
model
I said,
though, for everything.
that's 10 or 12,000. If you just that's a lot of robots, bro. It's a lot. I mean, 10,000. I mean, you get 3 robots.
If
for
we're going
that.
to be making all
They-
these
they-
robots, can we
they-
quit making people?
Yeah, right. That's next. Well, they're doing that to us already. We don't even get into that. And here's on the list again was I told you so. This is my whole chapter I like to do on I told you so's, and part of I told you so is COVID. I told you so. Don't get the shot. I told you not to get the shot. I'm going to speak to this one specific person who will probably never listen to this, but just in case she does, it transfers from person to person through shedding. Shedding is a thing that happens through a micro. Oh, I'm not smart enough to spit all this out. Micromolecular. I'm trying to put bio in there. I don't know why. Micromolecular level, where just recently we found patents from Microsoft where they have added the vaccination to pet flea and tick medicine and their normal shots that they're supposed to get in their yearly vaccinations to stay up to par. I just had my cats done and I was reading it in there and it was in there, believe it or not. The type of chemical that they give them, I say chemical, it's a their shot that they get, their annual shot, okay? It has this mRNA in it, and they've just proved recently, I was just watching it and reading about it, that mRNA is now transferable and through shedding. Congratulations. They can't give it to you anymore because you have to get a prescription.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, COVID shot.
I mean, I heard all the words you said. I'm just saying I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Plus, I've seen you have some dubious news sources before, so
this one's good. So shedding is when the animal drops those microcontaminants on you, just like an animal sheds.
So
another
are you saying
person.
That animals are giving us our COVID vaccines now.
What I'm saying is that they proved that, for example, if you I don't want to get into this too much because I'm not the best at it. You can do the research and look it up yourself. But shedding can occur from a person to another person. So therefore, bodily contact.
Viral shedding. I mean, that's how any person-to-person contaminant works.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah. So,
but it's the COVID vaccine that they're.
You're saying it spreads from person. The COVID vaccine spreads from person to person.
The COVID vaccine mRNA in the COVID vaccine is being put into the pet medication. So if you didn't get the shot,
you're going to get it from your cat.
Allegedly.
Man,
I know it's hard to see, but
it's super hard to see.
I don't know if it's that hard to see. They allegedly also did the lettuce too. Look up the lettuce.
I love how you have me in on this podcast, so I can be like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that sounds right. Or
He's
not.
the guy.
I am.
That's why
I'm the skeptic of all the crazy shit you say. For
I
sure.
I know. See, so this is my guy. I always tell him, I'm like, hey Luke, there's UFOs over my office. I got all these pictures on here. You go to hashtag over my office and you can look at them all. And I post one or two every day. Try and go out there and take pictures of the sky. And everybody thinks I'm crazy, but nobody does it. All you have to do is set your phone to ISO 200. See, check it out. Go on your camera.
No. I don't want to. No, you can just tell me about it later. I don't want to see this right now.
Well, you can get all kinds of stuff. I'm going to show the public.
You got to show them?
Yeah, so you go on there and then you go to this
Is this an iPhone or is this Android?
No,
what do you got here?
This is a regular Android. You
Not
go to
irregular
more,
Android.
right, and then you go to Pro mode, right, and then look, mine's already set ISO 200, right there. Bing bong.
What does the ISO 200 do?
ISO 200 is here. Smile.
What is
So let's
ISO?
put Okay, ISO is the speed of the aperture of the lens. That means it.
Do you know what it stands for?
The
And I ask you this because I've heard of the ISO so long. Is it isolation? Does it stand for something? Does anyone really know?
yeah, it is isolation, but it's
The amount the shutter opens?
that's correct. It's
Is
the
that correct?
aperture speed. The aperture is
The aperture or the shutter speed?
the shutter speed.
The aperture's how far it's open, and the shutter speed is how fast it.
That's correct. So
Okay.
the ISO is the actual shutter speed, but
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure what.
So 200 is slow. That
That's-
lets in
that's-
a lot of light.
That's correct. 200 is very slow,
Right.
and for example, we're gonna gnarly G, see if we can get a ghost in there. So not only
Moving.
can you get ghosts and orbs and werewolf cats and
You can capture werewolf cats with
skinwalkers,
this camera.
skin
200 ISO, boom, werewolf cats.
Skin-
You're going to see them everywhere.
skinwalkers and all kinds of other weird business.
Skinwalkers, Wookiees,
I don't know what it is, man.
Sasquatch,
There's little crawlies
fairies,
outside.
gnomes.
So
leprechauns.
anytime I have a fire out back, all the weirdos show up outside, and they all want to get their picture taken next to the fire for whatever reason. Who knows? I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's ISO 200 because that's how I get all the UFOs. So you set your phone to ISO 200 and you go out and you shoot a picture of the clouds, and then when you shoot the picture of the clouds, then you got to zoom in all the way in. So you see this Wookiee?
You see this werewolf cat on camera?
Oh yeah,
right here?
I'm gonna bring it up close to you.
Yeah, bring it up. Let's see. Let them see it. Make them see. This is werewolf cat. Oh yeah.
Hashtag over my office and look at pictures of werewolf cat. I mean,
They probably can't hear you because that camera's it's not on microphone.
oh right. I know it's pretty loud.
Okay.
You can see that or not. That thing next to the tiki torch here, that's werewolf cat. Anyway, it's about 12 to 15 feet tall. I was walking up to the bonfire. I thought I heard a noise. I thought it was a giant deer. I did not even turn to look. I just
Werewolf
took
cat.
off running, jumped over the 4-foot fence, chain link fence, ran up to the side of the fire and was standing next to the fire and was like, oh my God, what was that thing? And it's just like I pulled out my phone immediately and was like, oh, ISO 200. And I took a picture of the fire and where I just run and jumped over the fence. And that's what it showed up. Now, I don't know what it was or what was going on there, but it was definitely something large that was standing next to me, and it was, I don't know, 4 feet from me at best, and it made a noise that was, it sounded like a large deer, as close as I can get to it, and I didn't, I I think I heard it running next to me. I don't know. I was freaking out. I literally ran 15 feet in about 3 seconds. Giant big strides. I jumped the chain link fence in one movement with two hands on it, hit that thing and jumped it Jackie Chan style, uh, side legged it and just wing and threw it behind me as I was going. I got enough speed. I mean, I was 10 or 15 feet from the fence, so I had just enough time to take off at the fence to I'm going to jump the fence speed, and enough speed to hit it and move. And there it was. Yeah, and Mike was sitting there, and he swears the fence made a noise, but I didn't hear it. But it was a few minutes after I was right when I took the picture. It's when he said he heard the fence. Who knows? We'll see. I'm gonna go out there and take some more pictures of it, and I'll keep posting for you. And video is one thing. I've got video of a flying saucer. It's on there. I've posted it. Everybody's seen it. Nobody cares. Everybody thinks I'm crazy or says it's the government. It's
I think it's both.
What's crazy is that
I think you're
if
crazy
this had
and
happened,
it's the government.
but dude, imagine 10 years ago, 2016, right? 9 years ago,
Yeah.
right?
Do we need to take a break for you to get some snacks? Is that what's going on?
I can't.
We got to take a commercial break.
It's candy. It was just Halloween. I gotta stay awake.
I mean, I never seen Johnny Carson stop in the middle of a broadcast to eat some Snickers bars, Milky Ways or whatever that is.
I think it's just Snickers. It's getting snaggery. Anyway, I was pretty sure that UFOs and aliens and all that business are real. And if I'd have told you 10 years ago, it'd have been the biggest news you'd ever heard of. You'd have no idea.
I think that all that sounds just as possible or not possible as most religions.
Or is it there's some guy telling you something happened and nobody believes him?
No, just that it's like oh, this is something that I believe in. People tell me that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, but nobody tells you they saw God in the sky.
Oh, I mean, I've definitely talked to people who told me they saw God before, that they've seen God or they talked to him.
Really?
I mean, I'm pretty sure my dad told me he talked to God.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people deep in those churches, man, and who am I to say? Maybe they're talking to God, but he ain't talking to me. That's why I always tell people that people you need to come to church and accept whatever whatnot, and I always tell them the same thing. I'm like, I spent my entire youth going to church and asking God for a sign to talk to me or something, and I never got that. And it's to me, it's either he ain't talking to me, or it's not a thing. But either way, it's not a thing to me because I'm not hearing God talking to me.
Yeah, I don't hear him talking to me either, but I do hear something talking to me. I don't know that it's God. I believe it's the aliens, obviously, and I've always said that. So
wait, you think the aliens are talking to you?
Oh man,
the voice in your head is not you; it's aliens.
I didn't tell you this years ago.
No, man, this is new. This is new shit to me.
No, I thought everybody knew this already.
No, this is great. So you're not guided by any kind of human concepts. It's more just the aliens are guiding you.
Well,
I'm sure there's a lot of crossover. Don't get me wrong.
All right, so we're gonna do this the long way or the short way?
Let's do it short.
Okay.
I want to go eat some pizza.
I got hit. Okay, I got carjacked in the Quick Trip parking lot after work, 3 a.m. after the dark side when that happened. If you remember this or not, years ago.
Vaguely, I remember you. I remember. Yeah, I remember going down, but I didn't hear about it
Long
immediately.
long rabbit hole. I had this dream vision while I was fucking out. Um, I got carjacked in the parking lot. I fucking jumped on the hood of my of the getaway car. The getaway car drove out into the highway. I smashed my hand through the window, and then punched the side marker, the rearview mirrors on the side of the car. I ripped one of those off, and then I flew off onto the highway at about 45 miles an hour in a turn on 120 loop, and I ended up in the ditch. And so then I crawled my way across the highway because the whole side of my body was like where I flew off the car. I landed on
You got
my
like road rash.
oh man, like I still have like a mark there to this day where I had like rocks and glass and a piece of metal sticking out of the side of me. And I crawled in the Quick Trip, and the lady's just looking at me like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Didn't you see me just get carjacked?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You didn't call the cops?" And she's like, "Well, I didn't know." And I'm like, Jesus. So 20, 30 minutes went by easy before the cops even got there. And it was probably, or before she even called the cops, so it was probably another hour and a half total, at least from when it happened, 2 hours maybe, um, to when the cops showed up, and the precinct's like 2 miles away. So it was a disaster. But anyway, so the story is while I'm laying there, I have this out of body experience for real, and I end up in the back seat of the truck, my truck that was stolen from the Quick Trip at 3 a.m. in the morning. That I fucking went through all this travel, almost died over getting it. And at one point, I left this out. At one point, I had my hand on the tailgate of my truck and was going to jump in there, and something told me not to do it. And thinking that I didn't have my gun on me and it was at home and it was like unprepared. If I just jump in the back of the truck, the guy's just going to pull over and shoot me, or pull over and stop and try and shoot me, and then I'm going to have to jump out and be stuck in the middle of nowhere. So when I put my hand like on the tailgate to grab the truck as it was driving away, speeding away, as the guy stealing my truck, anyway, I felt like my hand slipped off, but I also felt like I could have jumped in there. It was a weird moment. So anyway, I almost felt like something told me at that click second. That was when I had the first voice that said, "Don't do that." And my hand like went like this, and I looked at my hand like I could have made it, and I watched the tailgate move away from me, and I could have easily jumped in there from my skateboard days of jumping in tailgates. Made it, no problem. Anyway, so I'm laying there going, "Oh man, I need to find out where my truck is, blah, 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 this, that, and the other." Well, it's going to have called out to the universe. And this is when it started basically. I had a waking dream, and I woke up in the back seat of my truck. I sat up like this in the truck in the back seat, and I looked in the back window, and my graphics at the time said Blue Ribbon Choppers and hybrid motorcycles and the phone number and all that business, and it was removed from the glass, but I could see where the cut lines were from where we cut the tint by accident on the inside trying to put the graphic on, and where someone had scraped it off, but I could still see it, so I knew it was my truck. But it was spotless, and everything that was in there was cleaned out, like professionally cleaned, and like brand new. And I was sitting there going, "Wow, this is so weird. Where am I?" And I looked around, and I was in this apartment complex, and I looked out the window of the truck, and the way it was parked, and everything was very vivid and clear. I was parked in a parking space in the back of an apartment complex, and had a big shiny brand new fence, chain link fence, and it had yellow signs on the fence that were on every other panel. Every other panel had a little yellow sign on it. and I'm like, oh man, well, it was just like a weird. And the apartment complex was like a weird sunken in
Where was it?
front door.
Where was it?
Yeah, we'll get there. And
It's so long.
anyway, I've spotted this whole thing. I knew and I saw it clear as day. I was there. I got out of here's the most important part. I got out of the truck. Besides the yellow chain link fence, we'll get to that. Or the regular fence,
Sure,
chain link
so-
fence with the yellow signs. When I got out of the truck, I opened the door and went to stand up, and I like almost fell down. And I remember standing there going, "Man, I know I'm dreaming, but why is the seat way up here?" Right?
The truck was jacked up.
The truck was really high in the air. It was like it was floating, and I didn't get it. And I looked over, and there was like a big hole where I was standing. And I looked around me, and all the concrete had sunken down, but the truck was elevated on that side. It was really bizarre. So anyway, a week goes by. I wake up, I have the dream. I've told everybody about the dream and where my truck is, and it's in this apartment complex, and it has cedar siding, and it has this fence, and the weird hole in the ground, and it's sitting there in this back parking lot, and it's backed up to the apartment complex, and
So
the
you can't read the plate.
fifth space all the way down from the end. It's the fifth space. It's there. My buddy Stevel brings me apartment shopper books from Kmart or Kroger, and
That's smart.
yeah, and
Man, he always has some good ideas.
here, look through here, you can find it. And so I looked through probably 20 of those books, and I opened up the book, and I'm like, man, this is the last one. I'm totally giving up. I can't do this anymore. I'm going down this rabbit hole. The cops are never going to find it. Blah blah blah. This, that, and the other. And I open up the book, and I realize that the back of the book has a double fold out. So it has one. It's folded like this, and then it has another page that's folded in behind that page that has another fold out on it, like a centerfold on the back of it, and there was more apartments in there. So I was like, oh man, I wonder how many books I looked through that didn't have that fold out on the back. And I started going through them all, and I looked at it, and I noticed the first book that he gave me, because it had a big water stain on the front, and it was all screwed up because it had been the one that I'd looked through like 10 times going, man, I wish that it was one of these. And it was the only book I had to look at. And because I was stuck on the couch and I couldn't move because I was all bandaged up and injured, and I was like, oh, I'll just look at it again. And I unfolded it, and there it was in the back, a little tiny advertisement
You saw the apartment?
of the apartment complex. Yeah,
Your truck wasn't in the picture. It was just the
No,
apartment complex,
no,
right?
what it was a picture of that chain link fence.
Ah.
And it was brand new and had those little yellow signs on it. And I was like, mother, there it is. Holy shit, there's those little chain link fence signs. So the real question is, did I just astral project to the point that I found the thing? Or did I dream that I was actually there, and I astral projected into my truck to
Or
tell
did
myself?
aliens tell you?
Or did aliens tell me?
don't
Whatever
know.
the fact was, I woke up in the back seat of that truck. There's no doubt in my mind. I know everything. To this day, I could draw it like a picture, a painting. I could still draw that complex. I mean, I know all the nuance is like burned in my brain of like the crack and the concrete and the separation and distance. Anyway, long story short, I find the thing, and I'm like, there it is. Oh my God, I can't believe this.
So you went there, and your truck's sitting in the parking lot.
So Steve takes me in his rental car because he was working for this big company or whatever, doing in and out of it.
BIG.
There you go.
I got him that job.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. 'Cause he
And-
came. You remember he came to Athens and stayed with me for a while.
That's right. That's right.
Me and BP.
Well, he was. He drove me there in the rental car, and to this day, Steven's the only guy who can verify all of this story. But there is a person out there somewhere who can verify it. So he drives me out there, and we just go in the back of that area and find that thing, and it's not there. But the parking lot is exactly like I saw it. It's all the way in the back. It's in the back right-hand corner. Everything's exactly like it's supposed to be. I call the cops and tell them, hey,
my truck's over here. Did you call and told them?
I called them. Well, okay, so
like, I told you out of premonition, fools. Should have checked it out.
Well,
that would have taken some supreme deductive work on behalf of a detective.
So there's a whole rabbit hole to this story, but we'll get there in a second. So I go to call them, and I'm like, wait a second, I can't call the cops. They're never going to believe me. And the truck's not here. So I was like, all right, we'll go over to Waffle House and get something to eat. And we're sitting at Waffle House, and if I don't see my fucking truck go down the street, and I'm like, there it goes. Fuck yeah, I know it's there. Let's go get that motherfucker. So I go running over there, and trying to remember the sequence here. The guy is, when I run around the corner, and this is why the hole was significant. When I run around the corner, I go creeping up on the truck when I've got my gun in my hand. I'm ready to shoot this guy, and I'm moving around the front of the cars because I see the truck parked in the space, backed up in the spot. This is all going down just like it was in the dream, except instead of me being in the back seat, it was him that was doing something in the back seat. I don't know what he was, taking something out, and he was moving stuff from the back seat, I guess, into his house or into his apartment, and the apartment door was open, and it was the fourth apartment from the end. It was just like right where the truck was parked. Like,
did you go rob him before you got your truck back?
No. I was like, so Steven.
I saw his door was open, so I robbed his ass before I went and got my truck back.
Well, since Steven was recently in extra trouble with the 5-0, he didn't want to be associated with all of what was about to go down.
I feel that.
So
I told not to be associated
I
with that
told
kind
him
of,
to wait. I
shenanigans.
told him to wait 3 minutes and call 5-0, and so little did I know that 5-0 was like the precinct was like 1.5 miles away, even closer than where they stole it from. They took it to the Smyrna precinct, and they were like fucking must have been like changing shifts or something, because all the cops showed up and were there before the shit even really went down. But I got up to the point where I was like looking, and I saw the guy's legs, and I could see his knees underneath the truck, knowing that he couldn't see me because I was on the other side of the truck looking under it as I was coming up towards it. Oh, that's a bad sound.
Update imminent.
Oh, God. Another update. Dying. The computers and plugging everything in. God, it's killing me, guys. Anyway, so as I'm creeping up, I got my gun pulled, and I'm getting ready to shoot this guy or do something to him and tell him not to move and hold still, and the 5-0's coming. And he goes to reach for something, and I'm like, pow, 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 and I start blasting, and I'm shooting high. I shoot 2 shots high and 1 shot low, and I shot the side of my truck, and it woofed the side of my truck, didn't hit my truck, and went in the grass, and I saw it, and was like, and the guy froze and then hit the ground, and as soon as that happened, fucking, I turned around and the cops were there. I mean, they were on me like white on rice, freaking out. Everybody's losing their shit. I lay down on the ground, and they go in the back of the truck, and there's a snub-nosed 38 in there that he had with the ground off the serial numbers and everything. This guy was a super criminal.
That just sounds smart,
right? And then so he was reaching for a gun, right? So and then that was the premonition not to get in the truck because he was just going to shoot me, because I had that feeling. Well, because the second I was like, I'll let it go today. I'll get you back. It'll come back to me. And then so it took all kinds of fucking this, that, and the other.
Did they take you in too?
They took me in. They impounded the truck. They the only person that got out of that skate free was Steven. He didn't have to deal with anything. So I had to go. I wasn't taken in. I had to go in. So,
They didn't take your gun or anything?
oh yeah, they took my gun and all that. That was gone.
Oh yeah, they
It
definitely
was
took it.
long gone.
I was wondering like what happened to your gun and
Yeah, I
stuff.
missed that Noriko
You're
9
blasting off
millimeter.
caps and the cops roll up on the scene.
Yeah, they totally took the gun. They took the gun as evidence till the court gets blah blah blah.
But you got it
and
back,
stuff.
right?
I did get it back. I can't remember. It was so long ago. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I got it back. Yeah, I got it back when I went to court, and they were like, "You didn't have to come to court." And I'm like, "Well, I
I had to
wanted
get
my
my gun.
I wanted my gun and shit." And they were like, "Oh, well, you got to go here to get your gun." And I had to get a release or something, and then I had to go pick it up. But it was, what I went for was their sentencing, and the after they all got busted. So what ended up happening was, because the guy's door was open and I caught him in the process of going in and out of his house, they didn't need a warrant. So when they went into his, and here's where the whole story turns. They go into his apartment, and on the wall is like a thing with keys on it, and all the keys were stolen cars out in the parking lot around out there and everything out there. And they had been going to the dark side at night. And when the first band got done, they would steal that person's fucking car with all their gear in it.
Oh.
And this happened like 3 or 4 weeks alternatively. And I never knew about it, and no one had ever said anything to me. And the people that it happened to, two people didn't say anything to us at all. Like they didn't like, hey man, my shit just got stolen in front of your club outside. What's going on? Or hey, I thought you'd just like to know, in case you know something or have some video or whatever. And I'd been like, damn, thanks for letting me know. We'd have fucking gone on a high alert. But it had been like the fourth or fifth person's car. Plus, there was like 5 other stolen cars there, so really foiled like a whole stolen car ring uh, thing there going on. And the guy ended up getting 7 years probation.
That's it?
That's it, because they couldn't prove that he did anything, but he was in possession of the stolen vehicles and this, that, and the
So
other.
receiving stolen goods.
Well, he was like I
probably
said, in possession of. So they couldn't prove that he stole them, though. And because the guys had ski masks on, I couldn't see anybody's face. Although I could tell they were not white. That's as far as I'll say on that. But that was when the hurricane had hit Louisiana. I remember something, and
Katrina?
possibly.
That was a long, long, long time
I
ago.
know, and
When was this?
well, it had to be when the dark side was open. Let's say that would probably be
2010?
yeah,
Somewhere around there.
somewhere around there. Anyway, I remember something had happened, and everybody from wherever it was, the hurricane hit, and I swear it was Louisiana, came here. And we had this huge crime wave of all these people breaking into houses and stealing everything and ransacking and looting and stuff because they just lost everything and they no longer cared. So they had nothing to lose, I guess. Anyway, that being said, so yeah, the little voices inside my head told me where my truck was, and then at the same point during that time, I was having these crazy lucid dreams. That's why basically when I invented Planet Tour. It hit me in a dream, and I just woke up and started writing, and it was basically, just all the times, every place we've ever been, all the shows I've ever played, and every venues I've been to, and everything. Every time I went somewhere, it was always a shit list of things that I wished, for some reason, they would change. Why is it always like this? Why do they tell you to be there at 5 o'clock and there's nobody there at 5 o'clock? Why is load-in always at just 7 o'clock and the show's at 8? Why do I have 30 minutes to set my stuff up and no sound check? Why is it that it's never what they tell you, and or there's always some.
I'll tell you why. Because you're working with people who aren't professional. Professional people show up and do their. I mean, like every once in a while, people are late 15 minutes or some shit, or like something crazy happens and someone doesn't show. But most of the time,
This
like,
is years ago. This guy.
I'm just saying, if you're working with professional people, you show up, they're already there.
I'm
they're
talking about the
waiting for you.
venue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like those people were not professional acting. I mean, yeah, they're professional in that they have a business, but if you're gonna do that kind of work and you say load ends at 7, you know, you're there at 6:45 at the very least
Right.
to let people in.
Right. No, I'm with you, and that sounds great and all, but
I know, in a perfect world. But
I can
I'm
give
just
you a
saying that-
list. I can give you a list of, like 47 spots that on the shit list that I was like, or the sound guy. Oh my god.
Yeah. You know what, man?
I said,
This
where
is
do they
my- this is
find
my-
these guys?
This is my experience. Is that
I'm the sound guy. I'm like, well, you are not a sound guy.
well, I guess it's probably as I've played better and better venues and things. Like a lot of times you'll go to dive bars and stuff, and they're
Dude, where was the place you just played that I saw you at? Was that EAW
where?
downtown? It was a packed house.
Oh, at Terminal West.
Terminal West.
Jamiroquai. I was
Yeah.
there the other night to see the new Master Sounds and Deitri and Johnson and
saw
the Family
that.
Tree. It was awesome. That was packed. That made that Jamiroquai show look barely attended. There was so many people in there.
Really?
Yeah. Whatever the case, man, the Jamiroquai show was great. The
I
Bronco and the Space Cowboys was the name of that band.
Yeah, that was an excellent show.
That's a good show.
And
Agreed.
everybody there is super professional, and the sound equipment and
Yeah.
everything's super dope.
Oh, I can't say enough good stuff about Terminal West. Those
Yeah.
guys are fantastic to work with.
Yeah,
I know a
really
bunch
like
of
that.
those people personally too, which is it's crazy. I mean, they're just like people that love music, and that's why they work there. And now they're bigwigs there. Managers and people in charge of security and stuff like that. Anyway, that's me bragging on the cool people I know at Terminal West.
I know. I like that venue. It's really good, and it makes sense. Everything's laid out, easy to get in and out. Great parking. I mean, kind of no brainer.
Yeah.
The location kind of sucks as far as I'm concerned, but
Really?
whatever.
How come?
Yeah, it's
Just like getting to it?
well, it's nothing really. It's nothing. It's just in a weird spot.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to see a show,
Right.
why does it matter where the spot is?
Oh, right. No, yeah. That's Sweetwater, right? It's down in there by Sweetwater, isn't it?
Is it?
Terminal.
I'm not sure if Terminal West and Sweetwater are like super close to each other, but they don't seem like they'd be super far apart either. I'd have to look it up on my Google Maps.
Yeah, that's something to look into. Oh, it's getting late,
It's
folks.
getting late.
This is why I do a 9 o'clock. It's what is
9-ish.
it? 9-ish.
It's 11ish now.
Is it really?
Say good night.
Oh my God, it's 11. Say good night.
Say good night. Let's eat pizza.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
eat pizza and s'mores cookies.
we
and
got
stuff.
we got oh yeah, we got s'mores
Oh, man,
cookies
we got
too.
s'mores
Yeah,
cookies
I
and
gotta
s'more
heat them
candy
bitches up.
bars from-
Yeah.
More candy bars from Halloween.
So we're gonna play. Then you gonna play him some music?
Oh man, we got 5 minutes. Let's get weird with it,
Okay.
and then let's go.
Yeah,
eat
we're
pizza.
gonna play you out with a little bit of weird music, and we'll go from there.
It might not be weird.
It may not be
I'm
weird.
gonna play this 5-string guitar over here.
No,
I'm not.
it won't even play.
9-ish.